All right. Hello and welcome to everyone. Today our guest is Jake Bostwick. Jake, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Can you please get to know the fans with your story, with few interesting details? Then we're gonna go step by step.
Okay, all right, thank you. So, what did you want me to go over?
Yeah, you can say some about your achievements, and then we're gonna go step by step.
My treatments.
Achievements.
My achievements. What do you mean for this fight or for overall?
Yeah, overall, what did you earn? And then we'll go step by step. Then I have specific questions. Go for it.
My achievements. Over the years, I've been fighting since I was like 16 years old. I fought on many platforms. I fought in Oman, in Jordan. I fought in Russia. I fought in Germany. Fought all over the globe. So it's been phenomenal. Been an amazing journey to be here now in Miami and fighting for Bkfc. The fastest growing sport of the future, and what an entertaining sport to be involved in. So yeah, it's been a.
Right. You said you started training at 16 years of age. So right now, how would you describe your fighting style?
I like to throw my hands. I'm got more of a boxing background. My last fight, I didn't really perform to my best ability. Didn't really get to showcase my actual boxing skills. I was throwing a lot of big shots, but it was my first time doing it for this sport, and a little bit of ring rust in there. So I was throwing some big shots, but yeah, boxing is definitely my background.
Can you please elaborate your nickname?
My nickname, Brutal, Jake Brutal Bostwick. I'll come with aggression. I'll go out on my shield, kill or be killed kind of mentality. I got given the name Brutal after like my third fight. I'm like 40 fights in now, trying to keep that going. So yeah.
Can you please describe the meaning of your tattoos?
The meanings of my tattoos. Some of them, honestly, I just got just because I enjoyed the image. I like, the style behind some things. But like, obviously, I got my name across my hand, Bostwick. I got my date of birth, 28th of October, 1989. I got a smurf on my foot for my dad. I got mum on my hand here. So I got like my mum. I got some palm trees for me because I live here now in South Florida. I'm a cat dad. I got a cat on my thumb.
Cat? You
I
have one?
Yeah, I've got two cats. My boys, come.
Oh, I love cats. They are cute.
Oh, cats are amazing. Hello. This one's Saint. Hello.
It's a Mizor.
He's a Siamese, yeah. He's beautiful. He's my little. But yeah, and the other one's hiding. He never comes out. Comes to other tattoos, obviously here, just some Polynesian work. I got some pieces on my bag I had done in Thailand with the bamboo and stuff. I got a butterfly on my back from my mum also. I got me and my dad's hands here. I got a bunch of personal stuff and then just some tribal and some other stuff, Loads of work.
Outstanding. Really good story to share. Who are your coaches and sparring partners at the moment?
My sparring partners recently have been Phil Hawes, obviously, who fights in the UFC, knocking everyone out. He's the man. So Phil Hawes probably been my main training partner, sparring partners. Another fella called Carlos, one of my boxing guys who I box with. Who else was I sparring with? Wow, not that long ago I was sparring with Hector Lombard. I was sparring with I've sparred with Ulysses, obviously, who got the fastest KO. He's one of my main guys also. Leonardo, Apollo, I'm not too sure yet. Apollo, he's from American Top Team also. He comes down to get some work, so he's a cool guy. Same. Sorry about the noise. And yeah, my training partner is obviously my main coach is Phil Daru, Derek Santos, and obviously Maureen Shea being my manager. She's always with me, always got my back, always guiding me on what I should and shouldn't be doing, and they're always on me. I'm with one of them people, either Derek, Phil, or Maureen every day. So I've always got people on me, and my team's amazing.
Can you discuss your first professional MMA fight? But let's get back into old days. First professional MMA fight. How did you feel heading into it? Were you nervous? Were you hyped?
Wow, my first MMA fight. Listen, I was 16 years old. I was at school doing my exams. I was doing my GCSEs. I've been training for like a year in MMA, if that. And they asked if I wanted to fight, and I was going to get $100. I was going to get $100, and I was like, yeah, I'll fight. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I didn't know really what to expect. Honestly, I really didn't. I was a kid. I was 16. But pro rules, you had to be 18. So when I was there, I changed my date of birth, like the year I was born, so I could fight professionally. I really wanted to fight, and I knocked the guy out in 9 seconds, like completely out cold. Big straight right, knocked him out. He had gas and air. He was 6'4". He was a mountain. This dude was massive. And it went so well for me that I was like, oh, this is definitely what I want to do. Then after that, I'd had another couple KOs. And then had a few losses, and then I didn't even know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to keep fighting or not. But I was so young and lost, and I didn't have good structure, not like I have now. But I have so much experience, so I'm happy. But yeah, I was 16, man, KO for 9 seconds. It was phenomenal, and it really did it changed my life.
You competed at Cage Rage, right?
Yes.
Can you please say your thoughts on Cage Rage, and who was your most difficult Cage Rage opponent?
Wow, Cage Rage. Wow. Okay, so I would say the Cage Rage itself, like the show, was pretty awesome. I had a bunch of fights for them. I had like over 20 fights for Dave O'Donnell, who was the main man for that show. Actually become a good friend of mine. Very, very good businessman. And I had plenty fights for him. But the show was good. It was run really well. I fought at Wembley Arena also, like when they done one of their big events. It was the same card that, who fought on that? Ken Shamrock. I fought on the same night that Ken Shamrock came and fought over there. So that was pretty cool. Who was my toughest guy on Cage Rage? Who was my toughest dude on Cage Rage? Maybe John Phillips. Maybe John Phillips, who's now in the UFC. He was someone I was a little bit worried about because he's got big hands. Obviously boxing background and so forth. I had a couple good wars with him. I fought him twice. One at, I think, 205 and one at 185, actually. But yeah, John Phillips was probably a good test, and he was a good bit of experience for me.
What do you think about Cage Warriors as a promotion?
Cage Warriors is awesome. Also, I went from Cage Rage to, Cage Rage ended up changing their name to Ultimate Challenge, but then I went from that event to Cage Warriors in the end. I like the way they run their show. I like the way, the TV and the camera work set up. The actual show itself is run really well. I really enjoyed fighting for Cage Warriors. I had some great fights for them. They've always got good fights on their card. They don't really put, like, shit level guys on there. They legit put good fighters on there all the time. So it was, it was interesting to fight for the company for sure. It was good fun.
Do you think that Cage Warriors is a good springboard for UFC?
I believe so. A lot of fighters have gone from Cage Warriors onto obviously bigger platforms. yeah, there's a bunch of fighters that have, you know, Jesus, you know, Conor McGregor probably being the first biggest name that was loud about it. Obviously, 2-time champ, and then went to the big show. Yeah, I think I'd say it is. Yeah, I'd say so.
How did your Cage Warriors debut go? Are you pleased with your performance?
My Cage Warriors debut was in Amman, I believe. Was my debut for them, I believe, in Amman in Jordan. I'm trying to think. I think I fought out in the Middle East was my debut for the guys. It definitely was. It was. Yeah, I fought out in the Middle East. The fight didn't go as good as I wanted it to. My performance was okay. It could have been better. I actually had that day, I had an omelette in the morning, and I had a really bad upset stomach in the fight. I was actually sick during the round. Like, I was swallowing my sick. Like, it was really uncomfortable. Yeah, so I had a bit of like a food poisoning or what. I was super gassy. It was, yeah, my stomach really was off. So that was very annoying. But yeah, my performance was decent. We had some good rounds. I threw some good shots, some good takedowns, good mixed up of combinations. Yeah, my debut for them was decent, and I got the win. So happy days.
What do you think of Costello and Stennis as an opponent? Got to say, you pulled out a big victory against him. He's now a Bellator Star.
Yes, Costello Van Steenes. He's an awesome guy, man. Like, you know, we're kind of buddies. You know, we talk and stuff. He came over here. He was training with one of my boys and stuff at Sanford MMA. So we hung out. We went to a Dolphins game and stuff. So he's proper sound. Really, really friendly guy. He's a tough dude, man, and he's on the way up for sure. You know, he's still learning and so forth. He's still, you know, a young guy, but he puts the work in, and you know, he's winning. So good on him, mate. He's a really good guy, man, and yeah, hats off to him. Shout out to Van Steenes.
What are the greatest differences between living in England and living in the USA?
What's the biggest difference? The weather. The weather, the people, the traffic, just the aura over here is just so different. You know, like, I'm looking outside right now and I can see palm trees and I can see the sun. And that just makes me smile. It's not like it's grey, cloudy and freezing cold. Like, yeah, the weather makes such a difference over here. Obviously, the training's phenomenal also, which is a bonus. But the weather is the biggest factor for sure. Really is.
You fought TSCB, right? In Russia.
Yes.
So how did it go? Are you pleased with that, or it was too hard fight?
No. I again didn't fight at all to my best ability. I let Alexei press me from the start of the fight, and I backed up. And that was definitely a wrong move to do, to get against such a big hitter like him. And again, at middleweight, where I'm not comfortable thinking that I am, but I really am not. So, yeah, no, he pressed me, man, and I backed up. I hit him with some clean shots. He took them very well and just kept pressing me, hunting me down. I tried to create some space, and he hit me with a big right hook to the temple. He knocked me out. So, yeah, it didn't go to plan at all on a very big stage, again, a very big platform. But what a great experience, and I learned a lot from that fight also. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got knocked out, but shit happens, and I'm back up doing what I want to do. So happy days.
Why did you decide to transition to boxing and then bare-knuckle?
Um, I honestly, I prefer just to throw my hands in general anyway. Like, I just want to work my hands. I don't really want to worry about getting kicked in the face and stuff. Like, I enjoy working my head movement and feinting and stuff, putting my head low. So when I had my last MMA fight, and it didn't go to plan at all. It was actually a very dodgy, like very wrong stoppage. So, you know, I got knocked down. I was fine. I was fighting, and then the fight got stopped, and I was absolutely fine. I was awake, like I was a-okay. and they gave me a loss. So that kind of really that kicked me in the teeth a bit. So I was like, I'm done with this. Let's just go to boxing and just work our hands. So then I did. I just worked my hands and then started boxing. But the bare knuckle scenes always looked entertaining for me. But it was like, let's get one fight in at least before we even maybe think about the bare knuckle or whatever. So I did. I just had one boxing fight with my older team. The fight didn't go to plan. I ripped my bicep. I got a draw, and that was that. And again, I fought at cruiserweight. I believe the guy was like 212 pounds or something, and I ended up weighing in at like 205. Again, just well out of weight for me. But yeah, I ended up having a solid 4 rounds. I got again experience. It was a learning curve. I had to fight with one arm. It was all like I got a lot from it. So, and then yeah, let's do the bare knuckle. And then I've been chasing that for a little while now, well over a year and a half. I've been, on it. Like I want to do this, just punching the bag with no gloves. And then yeah, it made it happen.
How many knockdowns are allowed per bare knuckle round? Does bare knuckle have a limit or no? Or you can get knocked down as many times as you want as long as you get up?
Actually, not too sure. I can't remember in the rules what they were saying. I don't know if you get two. I don't know if you get a few. I don't know if you get like 3 knockdowns or there is unlimited knockdowns. I really can't remember. I'd have to check back on the rules for that, mate. I can't remember. Sorry.
So about your match with Tyler Fogo, I mean, how did it go? I found some articles where people say it was controversial. I found articles where they say it was awesome. I mean, I watched the whole fight, and to me, it was a really good fight. But I found some really much weird articles. Let's say I would like to hear from you. How did it go?
The fight for me, I didn't perform to my ability at all. For sure, felt like I had a bit of ring rust once I was in there moving around. I felt a little bit flat. I think my weight cut wasn't like necessarily too much, but yeah, cutting weight, over anything kind of over 10 pounds isn't really healthy anyway. And I've still got plenty of meat on me to lose. So at that weight class, the size difference when I'm actually in there and I see the guys and we're moving, I really see the size difference, from the 185ers to down to like 175ers. And I'm a 75 fighter. At the end of the day, I'm not an 85er by any means. I've got decent power and stuff for that weight, but for some of these guys, they can take the shots. Like I hit Tyler with some clean shots and he still stand on his feet, like no problem. So yeah, the fight didn't really go. I didn't really do much when I was setting things up. My head movement was on point. I think even in the commentary, no one really commented on my head movements and stuff. But my defense and stuff was pretty on point, and no one really blew that up. But it was all just talking about me trying to throw the big bomb. Yes, I was trying to throw a few haymakers. Totally agree. I don't know why. I just fight mode took over, and I just kind of threw some bombs. But I still feel like I've done enough. I'm still happy that I got through the rounds. I enjoyed doing that extra round. It was a good mental test. And I'm glad I got a decent amount, 12 minutes of bare knuckle action in for myself because it was good experience for me. So I'm happy that it went that way because when I come back at 175, mate, it's going to be a different story. I'm really looking forward to that.
From my point of view, I got to praise your tactical game plan and stamina. I haven't seen you guessing in the whole fight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I stood there. I kept pressing forward. You know what I mean? I didn't really take a back step, but I kept throwing shots. As much as I was throwing a massive right hand, I still threw that massive right hand up until the 6th round. So I still kept that going.
I watched from the point of a strength and conditioning certified coach. I have the certificate, and I can tell you, in the first round, in the last round, your punch power was the same. It means you were not guessed. I mean, you can watch the fight as many times as you want, but your hitting intensity was the same.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you for your note.
That's what I liked about your performance. And about scorecards, to be honest, boxing and bare-knuckle are having some very weird scorecards from time to time. But I also think you won. But
Yeah, thank you very much. And I've heard that from a lot of people also. So thank you.
yeah, thank you too. So, what are your plans for the future? Do you plan to stay in bare-knuckle, or you plan to switch between sports promotions?
Honestly, for me right now, I just want to concentrate on the bare knuckle scene. It's it's a new journey for me, and I'm just trying to conquer it and really blow up in that industry. If other opportunities pop up, anything else, whether TV wise or whatever, I'm all ears, and I'll see about getting involved with anything else. But as of right now, just concentrate on the bare knuckle, just getting better, getting my weight down. Just prepare myself because obviously I'm going to go back down to 175, but I'm going to really lean out. So I won't be doing no big water cuts or anything. I want to be at my best performance so I can really shine on my next fight.
Can you rate the importance of stamina for bare knuckle from 1 to 10?
Wow. I'm going to give it a good 8 to 10 for sure. It's very fast. It's very fast paced. You got to have a good gas tank, especially if you're taking shots to the head. And it's just such a fast action pace. Whether it's 2 minutes or not, it's a fast, solid 2 minutes, and you guys are trying to hit each other hard. So you're going to be putting like a lot of horsepower in. But yeah, I'm gonna rate it up there. It's definitely a fast action fight, very fast.
You can compare boxing and bare knuckle, but let's look stamina only. Which one is harder?
Bare knuckle. Yeah, I'd say bare knuckle.
Many people say that.
One more fight or so, but I'd say bare knuckle. It's just you have to think a little bit different. It's just different. So it's just different. Yeah. 2 minutes on. It's just a different kind of action. It's really interesting though, fighting with no gloves. It was super fun. It's really fun.
Would you like to add something to the interview? Maybe something we missed. Would you like to greet someone, to mention someone, to give a shout out?
No, I want to just say a massive shout out to all my fans and everyone, like literally over the globe. Like my social media has been absolutely phenomenal lately, and the love and support I'm getting from everyone and everywhere, it's been phenomenal. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to Maureen, Derek, and Phil DeRue for the hard work and effort that they put into me to make me a better athlete. And to my whole team and everyone that helps me, during sparring and so forth. So, yeah, just my friends and family and that. And, just keep supporting and I'll keep entertaining. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the interview. I'll put the video to creation now. Hope to publish it today, but I'll let you know. I will send you video.
Lovely. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate
Thank you, Jake. Have a great day.